Hi guys. So we left at the hearing, right? Now, if you thought I sounded crazy, listen to what Grace's affidavit read. That I and the plaintiff were close friends for a long time. As a result of this friendship, the plaintiff became acquainted with my family members, including the third defendant hearing, who was my then fiance. Some people have been asking me, why did you sue Melly? As I'd mentioned earlier, the reason I sued Melly is my lawyer said we are going after everyone who received a single cent from me. So I sued Grace because of her M-Pesas. I sued Upwell Limited, Grace's company, because it had received the first initial installment of 3.4 and the 500, and yeah, that's why I sued Grace, Upwell, sorry. And then I sued Melly because I had also been sending M-Pesas to his number. And I sued Legemet, which is Melly's company, because it had received the last 200,000 that I had told you I fucked up and sent him. So yeah, that's why Melly is included in this lawsuit. That as part of our friendship, we often exchanged gifts in many forms, which included sending each other money, as friends often do. That in early 2023, the plaintiff herein offered to send me a surprise gift, which I did not object to given our friendship. Therefore, and to my utter surprise, the plaintiff sent me 3.4 million. I was genuinely happy and really appreciated her for this kind gesture. Hey, hey. Yani Grace nakutumia 3.4 million and I have a sister in school waiting for money na kutumia 3.4. How special are you? I have sisters waiting for me. I have my grandmother. I have people who depend on me. And you think I'm surprising you with 3.4 million? Girl, take several seats. That unfortunately and without my knowledge, the plaintiff was having sexual affairs with my fiance, then the third defendant hearing. Sexual affairs. Do you know, if I ask Grace right now to remove even a text that I ever sent her husband outside of Shakira, machine imeharibika, Shakira, sexual affairs. Guys. That when I found out about the affair and I inquired about it from the plaintiff, she became hostile and refused to communicate further with me. Guys, I have screenshots and evidence. Yes, guys, unajua time nilikuwa mjinga hadi I thought Grace was actually believing that maybe napita na Melly. So I even sent a voice note. Mjinga. I even sent a voice note to Grace telling her, oh, Grace, and I was even crying. Oh, Grace, this is probably a misunderstanding. I would never, ever take your man. And also, let me tell you, Grace knows I don't do married men. She knows. It's a conversation we've had and she knows that's not my preference. So her coming to actually now say, Ati, when you think now Melly is special, Grace? Do you actually think now you are Melly, that is your type? For you to actually think your type is everyone's type is diabolical. 7, that I'm not privy to any communication between the plaintiff and the third defendant. Third defendant hapa sasa ni Melly. Herein, as they were having affairs and communication behind my back, which ultimately led to the breakdown of my relationship with the third defendant. Guys, nikiwaonyesha text zangu na Melly, literally ni yeye ndio ananitumia picha ya mashini ya Kware imeharibika na kuomba pesa ya kutengeza hiyo machine. That at no point did the plaintiff demand a refund of 3.4, and I was only surprised to receive the court pleadings filed against me. That there was never any loan agreement between the plaintiff, and at no time did she inform me that the gift was repayable. That I've never borrowed money from the plaintiff on loan terms for any purpose, including for a Kware business that is alleged. That for my business operations, I have always relied on finance. Grace Chesaina. Yani, I don't know if you actually expected to win this case na hii upuzi. Anyway, so Melly comes and says that as much as he received money from me, all the money was used in the quarry. So acheni niwapeti. I came to realize during those court hearing ati kumbe Melly and Grace were not in good terms. Kumbe they had fallen out. Grace had kicked Melly out of the quarry, and Melly was also claiming that Grace alikuwa amemcon pesa, that Grace kicked Melly out of the quarry after Melly had also put his money in there. So Melly was bitter. I didn't know this. So Melly was bitter, and he now agrees with me. Kumbe they had broken up kitambo. Me hata I didn't know. Grace had a new man by that time. Wanendanga nae kware. Apparently now Melly was also no longer needed in the quarry, just like me. And I've also seen some comments asking me, why didn't I go to the quarry? Guys, ningeenda aje kware na Grace alisema nisionekane huko? The moment nilimwambia nimeishiwa na nikampeleka kotini, alinstruct watu huko nisikanyage huko. So I was unwanted. And I remember Joy kept telling me, people get killed for less. So be very careful with your movements. Nikajiambia tu, I would rather not put my life at risk, wacha tu niende kotini. So Melly agrees that yes, him and Grace received money from me. The funny part about it is Melly was asked by my lawyer about his relationship with Grace, and Melly says that Grace is someone he knew, but at that time of their relationship that I was there, Grace was his mistress. Guys, the funny part is that mimi nilikuwa nasoma every word ya submission ya Grace. Meanwhile, I think Grace never even bothered to read her submissions, because we get to court and my lawyer calls witnesses to come, and they call Stephanie. I had reached out to Stephanie, my friend who had relocated, and I had told her the ordeal. So Stephanie had agreed to be a witness. So my lawyer calls Stephanie to the stand to witness, and Grace is there muting the mic. They are telling the judge that Stephanie is not on the list of witnesses. So imagine, she didn't even bother to know that Stephanie was to testify that day. So Stephanie comes and says, yes, I went to the shopping with Grace, and yes, the money was paid to her account. And in fact, she says it's her brother who went and fixed the things in Grace's house. So at least they were not gifts. So Grace's lawyer asks us for receipts and valuation. Guys, you see how you go to buy something kwa neighbor? Grace's lawyer anasema we need to verify with receipts that those items were worth that amount. Mtu mwenye alikuwa na pick mwenye, in fact Stephanie would give her a discount because of me, because Stephanie alikuwa ananijua mimi. So she agreed with those prices, and her lawyer is here saying we need to prove where Grace had agreed with those prices and the valuation we had done on those items to be 170,000. Hi, Aki Grace. Even the pettiest Grace Chesaina. Guy, yani nikiwaambia hii kesi lili traumatize. Every submission that Grace would bring to court, she would always be telling the court hapo, dismiss this with costs. Dismiss. Imagine mtu amekuibia, umempeleka kotini, anaambia koti i-dismiss hiyo kesi with cost. Yani mimi ndio nilipe lawyer wake.